Hi guys and welcome, this is Lucas from the Crypto Crew here, and in today's video I would like to show you guys the really nice and fresh ICO called Vantage. So before we will start, if you want to guys maybe visit their page by your own to do your own research, just go through their page to see what is inside, because there is many worth to see informations which I will of course review in this video. Do it now. Their website is called Vantage Network. So okay, let's start from the beginning, and as you can see, their public token sale began in the 1st of August. So we have still a little bit less than the 2 months to start our investing, but what is really great, we can already register for a token sale. So maybe let's click there and see when we will be directed to. We're directed to the ICO.Vantage.network, and we have to just make an account here. So let's check the register, just our email, password, confirm password. This is really simple process, so it's really great, I would say. So let's come back. Here's the white paper, and here we have their main website. So basically, it is really worth, before we go any further, to say what the Vantage Network actually is, because it is pretty important. Because 2 out of 3 people, so a little bit like 67%, would donate more to a charity or a non-profit organization that is transparent in how they spend donations. Because this is really the problem, guys. We are giving the money to, for example, the charity or the non-profit organization, but we actually don't know how big percentage they take to themselves, and it is actually a problem, because this is how it works. And the Vantage Network is a contribution tracking platform, so it will track that enables donors to see exactly how the money they contribute to a fundraising campaign, for example, is spent, down to the transaction level. So it is really great, and this level of visibility engenders donors' confidence, building trust in non-profits and ultimately yielding more money raised to help people in need. So it is actually really great, because the donors, so for example, if you want to donor some money in some kind of organization, for example, some kid has cancer, then you can see that all of the money is spent on that kid, not just the half of that, and the other half is for example to the company. So it is how it works. So yeah, and the Vantage tokens, which the abbreviation will be XVT, are the key component of the Vantage platform network. A small percentage of every donation made via the Vantage Network is converted into XVT, which is utilized inside the platform to track how fundraising organizations spend the donations they receive. So it is really great, because, for example, okay, a small percentage of that tokens is converted into these tokens, and then we can track how the company is spending their money. So yeah, so let's go further, I would say, and here we have that already the 39% of the private sale tokens are sold, so we have to be in hurry. Here we have another button to join our ICO, of course, and the number of the tokens will be the equivalent of 40 million XVT tokens. And here we have the quick video. It is 1-minute video, and this is the presentation of the creators, how this project will work, and I think that it will be really worth for us to watch it together, because it is always important to see what the creators want to share with us. So just give me a second, I will resize it and we'll watch it together.
$100 billion to nonprofits. But where does our money go? How is it being spent? And what impact is our charitable giving really having? Vantage Token brings transparency to giving. leveraging blockchain technology. The Vantage Network will allow contributors to see exactly where and how nonprofits are spending their donations. It will be as easy as tracking a package. And as common sense would have it, when contributors see the real impact of their donations, they'll donate more. And chances are that nonprofits that use the Vantage Network will see more and higher donations. It's a win-win-win. People in need get what they need. Nonprofits get more money to do more good. Contributors clearly see their impact. But charitable giving is only the beginning, as our platform will be fully scalable and easily convertible to many other verticals. The sky truly is the limit. Vantage Token. Transparency in giving.
So this is how it will work, and I think that this is really what they want to share with us, because this is 3 times win and the people in need just get what they need. The non-profits get more money because we are, as the potential donors, we are more willing to share money with them. And thirdly, contributors clearly see their impact. So we, as the donors and as the contributors, we clearly see what we are donating for and how that all works. So it is what this project is about. I think that it's really, really great idea. And yeah, let's come back to their page and see. Okay, here we have the social media buttons, and I think that it will be actually nice and important to visit it. So let's maybe click on the Twitter. Let's go to the Medium and see what they can offer us. Because how actually it works, one more time. A contributor makes a donation via, for example, the credit card to a non-profit organization using a Vantage Network. Then the contributor receives a tracking ID associated with their donation that they can use to track how their donation is spent by the non-profit organization, similar to tracking a package. Then the non-profit organization receives the donation in its Vantage account and spends the donation via the Vantage mobile pay app. And then every purchase they make using the donation is tracked to a Vantage network using the NEM blockchain. And thirdly and lastly, the contributor enters their tracking ID on the Vantage network portal and to see all transactions tied to their donation and gets the report of overall campaign funds usage. So it is how it works. And here we have their Twitter. So actually this is from the 1st of the June, so it was like a few days ago. June 1st, okay, 13th of the May, 26th of the May, 26th, 23rd, 21. So it is like they are sharing the post like they are sharing the post like couple days of the week. So this is really a good feature about them. And let's do the Medium, and it's the same from the April, March. So it is how it all works. It's really great. And let's go further. What if you could see exactly where every dollar was spent, who spent it, and what it was used to purchase. So we can and we will. It is what is it about? Okay. And how Vantage tokens work. This is what I was talking about it like 1 minute ago. That the contributor makes a donation via the credit card, blah blah blah. And yeah, and this is how their mobile app will work, right? I will try to resize it right now, but I can't. So it is, okay, here we go. This is the mockup on the iPhone 10, and this is how it will work and look like. So here we have the organization name, account details, the balance, and the number, the amount of the donation, the XVT fee, which is, as you can see, really, really small, because it is like 1%. You donated $45, so the 1% is just a fee. It's really, really less. And yeah, this is how it all works. So I think that it's really great. So let's come back here. And now we are here. And here are the couple of features, because the beneficiary people get what they need. As I said before, non-profits get more money what to do what they do, and the contributors see their impact. Okay, and here we have the frequently asked questions. Where is the Vantage token based? So they are based on the Grand Cayman, okay, on the Cayman Islands. And what are Vantage tokens? Are key component of the Vantage Network. A small percentage of every donation is made via the, okay, we already know this. What is Vantage Network? I always said that, but this is, what are the details of the token sale? So they accept BTC as well as the Ethereum. The minimum contribution is 0.05 Ethereum. The tokens available for the private sale are the 40 million. Tokens available for public sale is 70 million. Okay, the hard cap is the equivalent of 35,000 Ethereum. And the public sale price is the 1 Ethereum is the equivalent of 2,000. Okay. And the nice fact, because in the first week, from the 1st August to 7th, we'll get the 20% of the bonus, which is really a great discount, because when I was reviewing like other ICOs before, the bonus was like 5, maybe 10%. Here with them we can get up to, of course in this first week, up to 20%. So we have to be in hurry, okay? The token sale is not open to citizens of United States and other countries where ICOs are not permitted. So if you're from the USA, you actually can't invest into this project. And here we have the token distribution. So the 55% will go to the token sale, 20% will go to the Vantage Network Reserve, 15% for the Vantage team, and 10% for the Vantage advisors and the partners. And here we have the use of funds, 45% to the platform development, 5% to the cash reserve, 10% to the legal and accounting expenses, 15% for the operational expenses, and 25% for the sales and marketing. Okay. And maybe I think that it will be worth to go to the white paper actually, because it is really extended. So here we have what I said, okay, and here we have the table of contents. Because every ICO want to solve a special problem in some kind of industry. I already told you about this problem they want to solve, but it is important to say it one more time. So the research indicates that only 16% of the population believes that the non-profits are very efficient and spending the donated funds they received, and only 16% of the donors are very confident that non-profits use their donated funds as intended. So it is a problem they want to solve, that they want to make people maybe most trustable at the donations company and make the donations company not lie to the donors. And their solution. So the Vantage Network leverages blockchain technology to provide transparency and traceability that helps eliminate donor skepticism, and in resulting in increased trust and revenue for non-profits. This allows non-profits to focus on creating the impact they want to achieve by helping the people they will build to serve. And it is what their ICO is actually about. The token abbreviation is XVT. As I said before, it is on the ERC20 token standard, so it is really great, but it will also, during the ICO, then it will migrate to the NEM standard once Vantage Network is launched and perform one-to-one token swap. Okay, so it is important actually. Okay. Also, the XVT token will follow NEM Mosaic standard, so it can be easily implemented into other services. It is important. Okay, and here we have the token use cases. So it can be used for the tracking the amounts donated to each non-profit, tracking disbursements from a non-profit for goods and services, and also as well as recording charitable donations. Okay. Yeah, and this is how it works. I already told about it. Okay. rules on the Vantage Network. So we have the couple of the rules in the Vantage Network, and these are the donates money to fundraising entity, okay, then the fundraising entity, the individual or organization that receives donor's donation, payment provider, and auditors, okay. And here we have the key components, the Vantage web portal, okay, I already talked about it, that the Vantage Network dashboard, okay, the interface used by fundraising entities, donors, and auditors to interact with the Vantage Network. It will consist of the following sectors, and those sectors are Vantage Network dashboard, Vantage tracking page, so we'll have the whole page to track the well, I will just read it. A donor can use the Vantage tracking page to enter a tracking ID and see all transactions made by the fundraising entity that are tied to the donor's contribution. And along with an overall report of the fundraising entity's campaign, there is no user registration required for this page. And also Vantage Explorer. Any third-party auditor may view all transactions by a fundraising entity using a Vantage Explorer, since all transactions are essentially a public record. So it is just all is publicly, all is transparent, and this is what their ICO is actually about. So it is great. It is really great. Okay. And the process. And here we have the process on the chart. So you can pause the video if you want, but actually here we have all step by step. So step 1, Hurricane Relief International signs up for a Vantage Network via the Vantage Network web portal. It is some kind of, for example, charity, Hurricane Relief, okay. And then step 2, Hurricane Relief International creates a new fundraising campaign via the Vantage Network dashboard called Irma Relief Fund, something like that. To take donations, we generate a new campaign ID and code to create a donation point to its social media and website campaign pages. Step number 3. John Donor contributes, some kind of just person contributes to this fundraising campaign through a payment API at the Vantage donation point. Step number 4. Of a donation amount, it will be like 1% is converted to Vantage tokens, XVT, from a Vantage Network reserve as a fee and recorded to a Vantage Network public ledger. A $100 donation would result in the purchase of $1 worth of the XVT tokens, leaving $99 in funds for Hurricane Relief International to spend. Okay, so number 5. This XVT tokens generate a contribution ID that is recorded on the Vantage Network private ledger. Step number 4, 6, I'm sorry, just give me 1 second, I will take a sip of the water. Campaign funds collected are stored in the bank account linked to the fundraising campaign, okay? Then this company assigns permissions to an authorized employee via the Vantage Network dashboard, and the Vantage mobile payment application is used by an authorized employee to access the remaining $99 to purchase goods for services for the Irma Relief Fund, such as food, medical supplies, blah blah blah, etc., etc. Okay, and then as funds are spent, a reconciliation process ties each purchase to each contributor using the microservices in the digital asset management platform. Okay, and then step number 10, when the funds contributed by some kind of donor, for example you, to the Irma Relief Fund are spent, the XVT token allocated from the Vantage Network reserve used to track his donation are returned to the Vantage Network reserve. So it is how it all works. So I think that it is really, really great. And let's go back to the main page now and let's go further, because here we have the team, the people who invented this project, and founder and the chairman, the CEO, is the David Drake. And the David Drake is a founder and chairman, okay, of the LDG Capital and multifamily office, which deals in worldwide funds accessing over several trillion in assets and maintains over 50 plus global directors. Okay, here we can read more about them. But the nice thing actually about them is that, okay, he's the advisor, so he is not an ICO of this project. The CEO of this project is Jared Dormney. And the nice fact about them all is that they all have the LinkedIn profiles here down below, as well as the advisors and as well as the team. So this basically means for me that we can just follow it at any time, them on the LinkedIn, send them a private message on the LinkedIn, just be like face to face with them, and it is like more human to me. And this is what makes this Vantage Network project indeed reliable, as well as actually their team, which is indeed reliable in my eyes. So this is what I like about them. The same with the marketing and development department, the Julie Morris, etc, etc. So, and here we have the roadmap. They've started they want to start in the August. So the third quarter is the initial token sale launches. Then it will be complete, and then in the end of the year they want to create a Vantage network including microservices, web services, private blockchain, financial APIs, donation point assets. And then we will go further through the 2019 with the creation of web portal, okay, creation of mobile application, beta test of Vantage network platform, further. And they want to end their conception maybe in the third quarter of 2020 with the deploying machine learning on data previously collected to benefit future campaigns such as demographics, contribution patterns, and advertising data. So this is actually what their project is about, and the nice thing also is that it is also in Korean. So as you can see, they strive not just to be in Europe, in the USA, they strive also to be on the Korean market, which is for me, which is the indicator that they want to strive to be as global as they can. So it is what I like about them, okay? So guys, visit their page by your own, do your own research, but I think that it will be very worth to invest to get access into this project and just click there, register for the token sale. So thank you for watching.